a mind drawn to darkness. Joseph Goebbels' early life. Joseph Goebbels, born in 1897, experienced a difficult childhood marked by physical challenges, including a club foot that left him with a permanent limp. This fueled a deep-seated resentment and ambition, driving him to prove his worth despite his physical limitations. He found solace in literature, excelling in his studies and developing a sharp intellect. Books became his refuge, and he immersed himself in the works of German philosophers and writers. However, his academic pursuits soon took a sinister turn as he began to explore more radical ideologies. Goebbels became enamored with nationalist ideologies, drawn to their promises of power and belonging. He was particularly influenced by the ideas of racial purity and national revival. His writings from this period reveal a growing fascination with anti-Semitism and authoritarianism, foreshadowing the dark path he would soon embark on. He began to see Jews as the root of Germany's problems. By the early 1920s, Goebbels had fully embraced the burgeoning Nazi movement, seeing it as the vehicle for his ambitions. He saw in Adolf Hitler a charismatic leader who could channel his own twisted worldview into action. Goebbels was captivated by Hitler's oratory skills and vision for Germany. Goebbels' skills as a writer and orator, honed over years of academic study, quickly proved invaluable to the fledgling party. His ability to craft persuasive arguments and deliver them with passion set him apart. His words, dripping with venom and carefully crafted to exploit the anxieties of a nation in turmoil, resonated with a growing number of Germans disillusioned by the failures of the Weimar Republic. He tapped into the fears and frustrations of the populace. Goebbels' rise through the ranks of the Nazi Party was swift, as his talents were quickly recognized by the party leadership. His ability to captivate audiences with fiery speeches and craft compelling propaganda materials made him indispensable to Hitler. He became the party's chief propagandist. He understood the power of language to shape perception and manipulate emotions, a talent he would wield with devastating effectiveness in the years to come. His speeches were designed to incite and inspire. As the Nazi Party gained prominence, Goebbels' role in shaping its message and mobilizing support became increasingly crucial. His propaganda efforts were key to the party's success. The propaganda ministry, a platform for hate. In 1933, Hitler's appointment as Chancellor of Germany marked a turning point in German history, a moment that would forever alter the course of the nation. It also catapulted Joseph Goebbels to a position of unprecedented power and influence within the Nazi regime. Hitler recognized Goebbels' mastery of propaganda as a potent weapon in his quest for total control over Germany and its people. He appointed Goebbels as Reich Minister of Public Enlightenment and Propaganda, a newly created position that granted him sweeping authority over all aspects of German culture and information dissemination. Goebbels relished his new role, understanding its potential to mold the minds and hearts of the German people to align with Nazi ideology. He wasted no time in consolidating his power, quickly bringing all forms of media, radio, newspapers, film, theater, and even art under the strict control of the ministry, ensuring a unified message. This ensured that every message disseminated to the public aligned with the Nazi Party's ideology, leaving no room for dissenting voices. Dissent was ruthlessly suppressed, replaced with a carefully constructed narrative designed to glorify the Nazi regime and demonize its enemies, both real and imagined. Under Goebbels' direction, the propaganda ministry became a well-oiled machine of manipulation, churning out propaganda at an unprecedented scale. He assembled a team of skilled propagandists, writers, filmmakers, and artists, all tasked with crafting a singular, all-encompassing narrative that presented the Nazi Party as Germany's savior and ultimate authority. This narrative, infused with nationalist fervor, anti-Semitism, and promises of a glorious future under Hitler's leadership, was relentlessly hammered into the minds of the German people through every available channel, leaving no escape from its reach. Goebbels' control over information was absolute, leaving no aspect of public or private life untouched by his influence. He understood that by controlling the narrative, he could control the people, shaping their beliefs and actions to serve the Nazi cause. This manipulation of information extended far beyond simply spreading lies. It involved a calculated distortion of reality, a subtle twisting of facts to fit the Nazi worldview and justify their actions. Goebbels excelled at this, using his deep understanding of human psychology to appeal to people's fears, prejudices, and aspirations, ensuring their unwavering support for the regime. The tools of manipulation, Goebbels' propaganda techniques. Goebbels' mastery of propaganda lay in his skillful deployment of a range of techniques designed to bypass rational thought and appeal directly to emotions, manipulating the masses with calculated precision. One of his most effective tactics was the use of simple, repetitive messaging, a method that proved to be incredibly powerful. By repeating the same slogans and phrases ad nauseam, Goebbels ensured they became deeply ingrained in the public consciousness, almost like a mantra. This constant repetition created an illusion of truth, making even the most outlandish claims seem plausible through sheer familiarity. A psychological trick that preyed on the human tendency to equate repetition with truth. Another cornerstone of Goebbels' propaganda machine was the appeal to emotion over reason, a tactic that bypassed critical thinking. He understood that fear, anger, and hatred were powerful motivators capable of driving people to extreme actions. By portraying Germany as a nation under threat from internal and external enemies, Goebbels created an atmosphere of paranoia and suspicion, a society constantly on edge. This manufactured fear made people more receptive to the Nazi Party's message of strength and unity, even if it meant embracing authoritarianism and violence as they sought security in a turbulent world. Goebbels also recognized the importance of creating a sense of collective identity, a unified front that could be easily controlled. He skillfully exploited national pride, portraying the Nazi Party as the only true representative of the German people, the saviors of the nation. This tactic was particularly effective in the wake of Germany's defeat in World War I and the subsequent economic turmoil, which left the populace desperate for hope and direction. Goebbels offered a seductive narrative of national rejuvenation, blaming Germany's woes on scapegoats, Jews, communists, and liberals, and promising a return to greatness under Hitler's leadership, a vision that many found irresistible. These techniques, employed with ruthless efficiency, proved devastatingly effective, reshaping the German psyche. Goebbels' propaganda created an environment where dissent was silenced, where critical thinking was stifled, and where the Nazi Party's ideology became the only acceptable truth, a chilling testament to the power of controlled information. This manipulation of information played a crucial role in the Nazi Party's consolidation of power and the horrific crimes that would follow, a dark chapter in human history that serves as a stark warning